Hello, everybody. I think I'm live. I'm going to put something in the box, and that is a link for anybody that feels like donating anything. But if you click on that link, you will see all the things that I'm giving away or giving back to you for your donations. And I would really appreciate that. Anyway, we're going to get started pretty soon. I'm going to be using this is my national tricone. I'm going to be using this one, and I'm going to be using a good friend of mine, uh, Mark Seligman. Okay, I got this one from him that I'm going to be using. 1930 National Duolian, Triolean. This is a Triolean, folks. This is one of the cool ones. You can see it's been around for quite some time. And I'll be using my good old trusty Husson Dalton, which is over here. This is a really great guitar. I use that now almost exclusively for just about everything. So anyway, the first tune I'm going to do is one that I wrote. This is a song. I got to give you a little background on this. I was with a guy many years ago. I did like about 2 months of landscaping in Queens, New York. And one of the guys that we worked with was a guy named Dave. Dave was just a crazy type of guy. Anyway, we're passing by Queens College, and we're in the cab, and I seen these beautiful girls coming out of Queens College, and I said to Dave, I said, man, check them out, they're beautiful. And Dave looked at me and he said, they ain't nothing but neck bone and spare rib. He said that. Now, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, we're driving around in Queens and we stop off. And hey, Dave, and we stop off and we stop at this corner and there's a bus stop there. And across the street was this quite large woman. And Dave looked at her and started slamming on the side of the cab. Hey, mama, your man is right over here. And she's looking at him, and she's like this. And Dave turns to me and he says, you see, that's the type of woman you need. Somebody with big meat shaking on her bones. So I decided to write a song called Big Meat Shaking on the Bone. James, how are you, brother? Oh, I miss you, guy. I miss you. Of course, I know if you turn sideways, James, I wouldn't even be able to see you. Right? All right, I'm going to start this off with the tune that I wrote. I'm telling you about. It's called Big Meat Shaking on the Bone. Jelly, I like jam, I like a gal who could shake it for a man. She got big meat shaking on her bone. She got big meat shaking on her bone. With your big meat shaking, I'm gonna carry you home. Shakes it in the east, she shakes it in the west. When she shakes for me, man, she's shaking it the best. She got big meat shaking on her bone. She got big meat shaking on her bone. With your big meat shaking, I'm gonna carry her. Baker man said, you want to have some fun? I got a special on those hot cross buns. Yeah. Big meat is shaking on the bone. Big meat shaking on the bone. With your big meat shaking, I'm dressed up on Sunday, your hair piled high. Preacher on the pulpit had to testify. She got big meat shaking on her bone. She got big meat shaking on her bone. With your big meat shaking, you know I'm gonna carry you home. Big meat shaking on a bone. Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of fun to play that one. So I'm going to take out my. A lot of people like these National guitars, and I love them too. So this next tune I'm going to play for y'all is a tune that I learned from a man named Eugene Powell down in Greenville, Mississippi. Now Eugene Powell, pretty cool guy. Way back in the early 30s, he was in a recording studio with people like Bo Carter, whose real name is Armenta Chapman, and his older brother Sam Chapman and Lonnie Chapman. And they were all recording together. Of course, Eugene Powell went under the name of Sonny Boy Nelson. So when I found out where he lived in Greenville, Mississippi, I had to go out and visit him. I wound up visiting him a number of times. I remember one time when I visited him, we were just in his living room, and we were in his living room, and it was really hot. It was during the summertime, so we had the window open, and he was sitting by the window getting ready to play, but the kids outside were really making a whole lot of noise, goofing around and playing. So he asked me to close the window. So I closed the window. It was nice and quiet to record him, but it got really, really hot. I was sweating like crazy. A couple of my guitar students that I brought with me on this particular field trip, they were sweating, and Eugene never broke a sweat, not once. And he was playing all kinds of cool stuff. I'm going to play a couple of tunes from him. The first one is called The Lead's All Gone. This is just how he played it. Listen here, people, tell you what's on my mind. The pencil I got won't write no straight line because the lead's all gone. I said the lead's all gone. Lead's all gone. My pencil don't write no more. Yeah, tried to write my baby one or two lines. My pencil started drooping before I could dot the first I. You know the lead's all gone. You know the lead is all gone. Lead's all gone. My pencil don't write no more. When I was young and in my prime, dip it down in the inkwell, it wrote every time. But now the lead's all gone. I said the lead's all gone. Lead's all gone. My pencil just don't write no more. So that was The Lead's All Gone. Now it's interesting because when he played that song for me in his living room that day, yeah, it sounded a lot like only the music was a little different, but the lyrics, Bo Carter, who was a good friend of his, had recorded the same song, but under the title of My Pencil Won't Write No More. Bo Carter used to use a lot of these double entendres, which were pretty direct. Actually, I would think they're single entendres, seeing as how everyone would know what it meant. Anyway, another thing that Eugene played for me, and I think it was on a second trip that I went down to his house. Yeah, it was. He played me a tune called the Hacksaw Rag. Now, the Hacksaw Rag is a ragtime tune. Eugene, when he was probably about 13 years old or 14 years old, he was playing in a medicine show, a traveling medicine show. You know, the wagon, almost like a Conestoga wagon, and the doctor, so-called doctor, would be in that wagon ready to sell his stuff. And they'd pull into a town on a Saturday or a Sunday when people weren't working and they're just shopping. And Eugene, who was about 14, and his friend Hacksaw Harney, who was 16, the two of them would jump out with their guitars and start playing by the wagon, and everybody would form a big crowd. They'd do 2 or 3 songs, and then after that point, the doctor shows up and selling his tonic. Okay, so that was a medicine show. So Eugene Powell showed me one of the songs that he played at the medicine show because Hacksaw Harney taught him this song, and then Eugene taught it to me. So it's called the Hacksaw Rag. It's just a short little piece there, but I, you know, when I saw him play that, he was doing these really like, I mean, I never would have figured that out from looking at the record, but I asked him to slow that down for me and to show me that. And he was very, very gracious with what he done. So I was really glad about that. Okay, next one up is I've had a request for this. I always get a request for this one, and I this is one that I wrote. It's I used to play this place out in Stony Brook, New York. It was called the New Moon Cafe. A guy named Marty ran it, and this was way back. I was probably around 20 or 21 doing some solo shows, and back then 1976, 77, even $35 was cheap to play for. But Marty just, it was a good place to play. I made a lot of good friends there. And, you know, I really got my chops in this place. I would play sometimes a 2-hour or a 3-hour set. And there was a lot of college kids there, and they just loved the music, and they loved it. It was a good gig anyway. But I remember one night, I was a waitress actually. Her name was Amy Tuttle. She came up to me and she says, "There's a woman at the bar and she just bought you this drink." So right after that song, I've decided to go over to the bar and to visit this, see who this woman was. And turns out she was beautiful. I mean, she had long, beautiful hair, and she had a leather white mini skirt and tall white leather boots, and it was wintertime. See, so that was a little strange to me. But she was she on each side of her were these gigantic bikers, big bikers, and they were just talking with her, and I didn't want to take a chance, so I just turned right back and went up to that stage. Little later on, the bikers and her left, and then probably one song later, the bikers came back without her, but they were holding her boots. Yeah, so I wrote this song called "Who's Gonna Be Your Sweet Man Tonight." Yeah, now who's gonna be, baby, your sweet man tonight? I said, who's gonna be your sweet man tonight? Wherever that gal goes, somebody gonna start a fight. Yeah, and I know this little lady, she sure is mighty fine. One thing about her, she's not exactly mine. I said, who's gonna be your sweet man tonight? Wherever that gal goes, somebody gonna start a fight. Yeah, she got a jealous husband, he's always on the prowl. No matter where he looks, he could never find that gal. Who's gonna be? I wanna know who's gonna be your sweet man tonight. Wherever that gal goes, somebody gonna start a fight. She got long brown hair and ruby red lips. She drives me wild when she's shaking her hips. Who's gonna be your sweet man tonight? Wherever that gal goes, somebody gonna start a fight. Here we go. You know she likes living fast, but she loves a living slow. And when it comes to men, they better have some dough. Who's gonna be? I said, who's gonna be your sweet man tonight? Wherever that gal goes, somebody gonna start her. All right, there we go. We got John Cass. Hey, sounding great. Thank you, man. Hey, Joey. Brother, I could see original Allman Brother lineup doing this tune. You bet. Dwayne would be digging your plan. You bet. That's a high compliment, Joe. Joe's probably one of my, if not oldest friend. We go back to when we were little kids, third grade and second grade and stuff, and we played got into all kinds of hijinks. All kinds of stuff like that. So I'm gonna just put that one more time in the comment box there. I'm giving away all kinds of cool things for this particular concert, and it's right there. If you click on that little donor box link, you'll see what I'm giving away for anything that you really want to donate to me. I'm giving you back a whole bunch of good stuff. So I'm going to do, you know what, I think I'm going to go back to, no, I'm going to stick on this guitar. This is an old standard tune. I added some other verses to it, but just slow it down a little bit and take our time. Went to a doctor, my nose was sore. He said, man, you ain't gonna smell no more cocaine. It's dancing all around my brain. He said, cocaine's for horses, it sure ain't for men. He said it's gonna kill me, but he didn't tell me when. Cocaine dancing all around my brain. Cocaine, my friend, I know you're gonna kill me, and I don't wanna know when. Cocaine dancing around my brain. I'm gonna tell it. Heard it on the radio, and I thought it was a joke. Man said everything goes better with a little bit of coke. Cocaine dancing, dancing all around my brain. I'm gonna do this again. Went into town in my birthday suit. I came out of a bank, I had a whole lot of loot. Cocaine dancing all around my brain. Let me do it one more time. Cocaine, my friend, I know you're gonna kill me, but I don't wanna know when. Cocaine dancing all around my brain. Cocaine. You know, and there's a lot of people had done various different renditions of that song. That was just one that I think I heard a man that I knew. His name was Ben Andrews. He was probably one of the best, really one of the best acoustic blues players around at the time. Ben passed away, unfortunately. He was younger than I was. He drank too much. But Ben used to tour in England, and he had the same manager I had. And Ben was just incredible. Mark wants me to stay with that guitar. I'm going to bring it back, Mark. Don't worry about it. That's just a fine guitar. Here we go. Yes, I know you're right, gonna miss me when I'm gone. And I know you're right, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss your daddy from rolling in your arms. I lay down last night, I could not get my rest. I lay down last night, I could not get my rest. You know that my mind was wandering like the wild geese in the wind. Sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Sun gonna shine in my back door someday. You know the wind gonna blow all my blues away. Wish I was a headlight on a northbound train. Wish I was a headlight on a northbound. Yet I'd shine that light in the cool Colorado rain. I said, I know you're right, I'm gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yes, I know you're right, I'm gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss your daddy from rolling. Miss your daddy from rolling. Miss your daddy from rolling in your arms. Terry, you're here. How are you, Terry? All the way out from California. Uh, Original California, out on Long Island, then back out to California. Terry Hall, check out her website, her Facebook page, because she is a life coach. That's what Terry does. All right, so let's see what we want to do now. You love this guitar. Well, yeah, I like it too. This is a cool guitar. Mark, don't worry. I'm going to be bringing out the other one soon. Don't worry about that. Uh, let's slow it down a little bit. My baby, she's a Texas tornado, and she howls just like the wind. My baby, she's a Texas tornado, and she howls just like the wind. She blow your house down, and all you gotta do is ask her, baby, where you been? Her eyes flash like lightning. She thunder when she walk. She grab hold of a man. She let him go. He can't even talk. She's a Texas tornado, and she howls just like the wind. She blow your house down, and all you gotta do is ask her, where, baby, where you been? When the ground starts shaking and the skies are turning black, and I'm on my knees praying, man, because I know, baby, she's coming back. She's a Texas tornado, and she howls just like the wind. She blow your house down, and all you gotta do is ask her, baby, where you been? She don't drink no whiskey, and she doesn't touch a drop of gin. She don't drink no whiskey, and she doesn't touch a drop of gin. But when she smokes that local weed, you better not ask her, baby, where you been? Eyes flash like lightning, and she thunder when she walks. She grabs hold of him Let him go, he can't even talk. My baby's a Texas tornado. And she howls just like the wind. She blow your house down, and all you gotta do is ask her, baby, 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 where you been? Yeah, Texas tornado. I'm not sure who wrote that one. Maybe somebody could look that one up. I always mean to, but I usually don't. So I'm going to do one, and you guess what it is right off the bat. But anyway, here's my arrangement of Sweet Georgia Brown. So that's my arrangement of Sweet George Brown. Mark brought the guitar out just for you. This is an interesting guitar because it's an old guitar. At this point, it is, my goodness, it's 90 years old. I only wish that I could sound as good as this thing when I'm 90 years old. It's 90 years old and it doesn't need diapers. It's a cool guitar. And anyway, here we go. I've never done this tune on this guitar before, but we're going to do a little tune by Mississippi John Hurt. And I just put one more time. I'm going to put that in the comment box. If you so wish, you can send me a donation right in that link. And I'm giving away lots of stuff. So if you click on that, you'll be able to see. Anyway, this is a tune. You know, Mississippi John Hurt was a really beautiful man. He was very kind. He was very affable. He had a beautiful smile. You know, when he smiles, it almost looks like Yoda. All right, if you can picture that with a little black hat. Uh, Mississippi John Hurt was playing this one gig. I think it was the Gaslight, and you know, he always had a little dinner, you know, after the gig, and he was played it so often that there was a waiter there, a young man, probably about 18 or 19, who waited on him, and they were very close friends. And one day that one night that John, and he said, John, this is probably going to be the last time I'm going to be serving you. And John said, what do you mean? And he said, well, you know, I got a job. I got a job with my, I think it was a relative of his, owns and runs a funeral home. So I'm going to be learning how to work in a funeral home. And John Hurt said, well, you know, that's wonderful, you know. So, of course, the kid was, you know, sad. You know, he's not going to see his friend. And John Hurt said, don't worry. I will always keep you in my heart. And that's the kind of guy John was. Well, towards the end of the evening, when this waiter, this young boy, was leaving, he turned and he said to John, all right, John, I'll see you later. And John turned around and replied, I hope not. I don't think John wanted to go to that funeral home anytime soon. Well, this is a song that actually it was led to his rediscovery. He sings about a town, his hometown in Avalon, Mississippi. And a young man named Tom Hoskins was listening to an old recording of Mississippi John Hurt, and he mentioned this song, this name in the song. Of course, nobody even knew John Hurt was alive at the time, but this college kid went down to Mississippi and found him, and eventually brought him up north, and John had a whole second career. So this is a song called Avalon Blues. Oh, and by the way, I want to tell you something. Mississippi John Hurt sometimes used to make his guitar sing. So you're going to hear me do that. Going to New York this morning, leaving about 9:30. I'm going to New York this morning, leaving about yeah, all those women in Avalon, they couldn't keep from crying. Avalon's my hometown, it's always on my mind. Avalon's my hometown, it's always, you know, the women there, they just want me all the time. And when that train was leaving, they were blowing kisses at me. When that train was leaving, they were blowing kisses. They said, come back, Daddy, we miss you, please. Now New York's a fine town, but it's just not mine. New York's a fine town, but it's going back to Avalon. I can have the women there anytime. Avalon's a small town, it's got no great range. Avalon's a small town, it's got, but you know the women there, they'll take all your change. That's Avalon Blues, played on a 1930 National steel guitar. So we're going to do another song. This is from the 30s, but this is a little bit different. This is an arrangement by a wonderful guitarist and arranger, Mark Hansen. So Mark arranged this classic song, which I'd love to play for you all right now. Isn't that a beautiful arrangement? Thanks, Joey. Yeah, beautiful arrangement of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Mark Hansen, you should check him out. He does some really beautiful stuff. Well, thanks, folks. I'm going to do one more for you. And this is, go back to this guitar, Mark. You know how much we both love this guitar. Yeah, big mistake, but what can you do? This is a tune that I put together. It's a compilation of one of the greatest guitarists back in the day, 1926 and 27, 28. His name was Arthur Blake. They called him Blind Blake because obviously he was blind. And he used to play just an amazing, amazing style of fingerpicking ragtime guitar. He played some really good blues too. But he was well traveled, and from his playing, you can hear that he had a lot of jazz influences. So I'm going to play a compilation of some of his. I listened to some of his best stuff. He plays at breakneck speeds, which is okay for me. But it's so intricate in the things that he uses, and he modulates between keys. It's just wonderful stuff. So I put together some of the nice things, cool things that I've heard in three of these instrumentals. West Coast Blues, Seaboard Stomp, and then there was another one, and I just put them all together. So I call this one "Putting on the Blakes." So here we go. Anyway, that was it, folks. So I'm gonna leave this video up for a few days, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you did enjoy it, tell all your friends. It's going to be up on my Facebook page. It'll be up there for a while, and you can still enjoy it as much as you'd like. Joey, it was really good. Thanks, Joe. I enjoyed it. My kind of noise. That's good. Dave, it was really good to see you too. Terry, it's all good. Always good to see you. Sure miss when you played with Larry and with Greg. That was like the thing was called the South Country String Band or something like that. That was a lot of fun watching you. And James, it was good that you came by, and I hope to see you at Swananoa, maybe, hopefully, next year. Anyway, folks, I'm glad that glad you had a good time, and I will see you every Thursday. I'm going to be doing a guitar lesson right here, Facebook Live. It's going to be at 3 p.m. And at 7 p.m. every Thursday, I'm going to be doing a concert. So I'm going to be doing different songs and all kinds of stories and things like that. So, folks, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll see you in a week.